Hello there, Tumblr and YouTube. Welcome to my Sims 4 Legacy Challenge. We're calling it Hawke Legacy. Possibly a Let's Play. I haven't exactly decided yet, but I know I wanted to do a little video to show you guys me making my Generation 1 Legacy Sim at about 4 times the regular speed. If you haven't played around with the Create a Sim yet, there's a free demo of it, so what are you waiting for? I don't know. It starts with a few. If you open it up, I've only played it a couple times so far. You'll notice that they start with a couple of prefab sims. You'll see the same ones over and over. This one's kind of a cutie, but she's not exactly what I was looking for. So here I am playing with her face, trying to get her hair out of the way. I am a fan of this blue-green turquoise color. I like that they gave it as a hair option. They don't give a lot of wacky color options, at least in this base version of the game. I'm waiting to see what kind of mods come out, what kind of... I'm sure there's going to be lots of options in eventual expansions, of course. So we're going to play around with this a little bit. This, like I said, is my Generation 1. I've never done a Legacy challenge before, so this is going to be kind of interesting. Lots and lots of rules online. Pinstar's got a whole website now with all of the rules on how to set up your Legacy challenge, what you need to choose to get ready to do things, and of course you need to start with a sim. So here we are making my initial Legacy person. She's not a carryover from any other Sims games that I've played, which you wouldn't know anyway because I haven't put any of them on the internet, but her name is, I'm going to name her here at the end probably. It's Aster Hawke, and Hawke, of course, I pulled from Dragon Age. If any of you guys are fans of Dragon Age or have followed me on my other Tumblrs, you may know that I am a pretty big fan and I like to mash things up. And if you've played the second Dragon Age, you'll know it's kind of apropos for the Legacy Challenge. You start with basically nothing and are trying to work your way up to a big fancy house and a successful family and all this stuff. And in the second Dragon Age, you kind of do that, I guess, a little bit. Take back your ancestral home, which is kind of like cheating in the Legacy Challenge, but that's okay. So here's some crazy hair. This is about as nuts as the Sims 4 gets so far with hair colors. I was trying to figure out, well, how do I change these highlight colors? And you don't. You don't right now. So I've settled on sort of this metallic black hair. Seemed kind of cool. We'll see if we get some more options later on down the line. So yeah, this is, I wasn't quite sure what I was going for as I was doing it. So you'll see me here kind of fuss around and fumble with some things. I got the game shortly after it came out. I played with it for a couple hours one evening and went, hey, and hadn't really picked it back up yet. So you'll watch me kind of relearn how to do some things here. The reason I say I was kind of on it is for a lot of the same reasons you may have seen if you haven't played it yet, or if you've have played it, or if you've read any of the reviews, you'll know that there's a lot of cool new stuff in The Sims 4, but it also feels like a lot of things got forgotten and left behind from The Sims 3, which was really an incredible game. Even just the base game, you know, all those expansions do add quite a few things to it, and I only ended up with maybe 2 or 3 of the expansions, honestly. There's still so much there to play with. And it felt like, especially in Create a Sim, a lot of things were missing. You can't do custom colors or custom patterns on things, which honestly, for the sake of this video, is probably a good thing. It cuts down on how much I can sit here and fuss around, and sometimes limitations are an avenue to certain kind of creativity. I don't know, we'll kind of see how that plays out. So you've got a few preset things you can pick from here as far as outfits go, and I regularly forgot where some things were stored. You'll see going through some of the accessories right now, and this includes watches and bracelets and rings and glasses and some socks and things like that, and no, not the glasses, I lied, because that's what I always forget, is there's a separate accessories section. You'll see, I'll eventually figure it out. You have to go into the face area, the head area, and then you get things like hats and glasses and earrings and necklaces and things that are from the shoulders or neck up or so are in their own accessories area. So, not, I guess, I don't know. Maybe it's intuitive for other people. I screwed that up. There we go. We've got her some glasses and some earrings. I am a sucker for Sims with glasses and for human beings with glasses. I like that too. So she's got to have them. And here I'm just going to go through, pick her other outfits. She's got her daytime. Now we're doing, I think the second one is formal. There's going to be nighttime workout party, which, you know, I don't know if I know the difference when the Sims wear the formal outfits as to when they wear the party outfits, but we're going to find out. I played a little bit. Like I said, I played a couple hours. I had a household of 2 Sims, so I got a little bit of experience with the different moodlets and the emotions and things that they can experience and how that affects some of their options. But that was not a legacy challenge. That was just, you know, trying to learn the game. So for those of you who are not super familiar with the legacy challenges, as I was not until just recently, you start out with 1 single Sim, and there's a whole list of rules of achievements that you want to try to reach, but you start out with this 1 Sim who on an empty lot with just a little bit of money, and you are trying to grow their family for 10 generations worth of time here. And you don't use any, you know, life extending mods or other things like that that would affect the normal life cycle of your Sim. And you are trying to meet these goals and hit these milestones and basically grow your fortune, grow your family, stay happy, stay healthy, be diverse and accomplished, and all kinds of interesting things over the course of these 10 generations, starting from nothing. So, and of course, when I heard nothing, I thought, you know, not very much money at all. It's $1,800 you're going to end up starting with, and I'll show you in my first post getting all that set up the way that Pinstar recommends setting that up, getting you set up on the prescribed lot. You want to start out, even though you are starting on an empty lot, you're going to start in the fancy part of town, so you have a nice big lot that you can eventually expand on. And so you've got to pick some rules, which I have done, to start your Sims out. So you have to predetermine how you want your legacy family to work, as far as, you know, who inherits, because you're only going to be playing really the heir Sim, one at a time, kind of. So this is, I'm going to start out here with Aster. In our legacy, our dynasty, I've chosen to do an equality. So instead of doing a patriarchy or a matriarchy, it's going to be a child of either gender. It could be the next heir to this legacy family. Modern, which means it could be an adopted child or a natural born child. So that opens that up. And then the only other stipulation is the, I forget what they call it now. I need to write these things down. Instead of doing it by age, like oldest child would inherit, it's going to be determined by, exemplar, by an attribute. So, you know, the Sims in this version also have 3 attributes. And one of the attributes I'm going to give Aster is the ambitious attribute, and so that's going to be our exemplar attribute. This is an ambitious family. So any child who has that attribute is going to be favored first, in line for to be the next heir. Otherwise, it's going to go default to oldest child, male or female, whatever happens. So here I'm picking some of the attributes. There's not quite as many as you may be used to, and some of them they seem to have mushed into one single attribute. I was looking for a life goal that was more in the sciences, but we don't appear to have any of those yet, so maybe that's something that's going to come with an expansion. But I chose, it seems a little on the nose, but I chose the family one, where she wants to have a successful family. That felt very appropriate and less cheaty than, say, one of those business savvy ones. So she's family oriented, wants a successful family. She is an ambitious genius who's a bit clumsy. I like clumsy. It's a little bit of a, you know, could be a negative thing, but it also allows her to bounce back from failure a little easier. So here I'm saving her, and we're gonna play Hawke Legacy. All right, see you there.